Who's good? Potato Spindly here with a movie review. This time around it's going to be Final Remains. Now, Final Remains is a kind of cheap B-slasher. They didn't really do a great job of hiding the killer's face, and you could tell in multiple scenes where they switched the person who would be wearing the mask. It was one of those see-through masks that hides details while giving you another face. The acting was shit. Soundtrack, shit. Cinematography, absolute fucking garbage. This movie was terrible through and through. I think he only killed, like, maybe 3 people on camera. The rest were just injured, and he injured them repeatedly over the course of the film. Even the ones that he captured would be strapped down to a table. This guy was basically a mortician. So at the local funeral home, he would kill people, bring the bodies back, incinerate them, keep them in nice little urns. Other people, like, he kept them on the tables for as long as possible, cutting them open, blah, blah, blah. This was, it was creative with the killer, but the execution was piss fucking poor. This movie was god-awful. The one good moment in this movie, whenever the killer was dealt a few lethal wounds, he ran to the incinerator and burnt himself alive. Everyone thought that it was the town mortician that was doing it, but the person that dealt the wounds found the mortician laying next to the incinerator. He had been drugged and knocked out. So no one can really figure out who the killer is. The mortician took the blame. That was a nice little twist. Everything else, though, was by the book and shit. One of the main flaws in this movie is they didn't really have any characters take specific roles. When I say that, what I mean is, in slasher films, you will have the slut, stoner, jock, final girl, and then, like, an amalgamation of other characters. But you'll always have, like, specific roles for each character. They'll also determine the rate at which they die. All the characters were literally all the above. The best friend of who was supposed to be the final girl slept around, didn't actually die. All of them were constantly getting drunk and stoned. There was no kind of, like, moral fiber. There were no virgins. There was nothing. This was literally 4 assholes that were traumatized. This was barely even a slasher film. It gets half a potato. Half of a potato. Half! Let that sit in. If this movie's bad enough for me to give it a half of a potato, how little do I fucking like this? Dear fucking God. But yeah, no, that's my thoughts on this film. Have you seen it? Are you planning on watching it? Go ahead and post it on in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe. Keep on keeping on. And I got a New Year's Eve thing to go to. So, you're going to be home alone. Keep on keeping on.